very rarely, if ever, are we usually talking about a topic on this cast and saying it in a positive light without genuinely making fun of the person for everything they represent. And as rare as it is, I didn't think it was an impossibility. I didn't think that, maybe in the first 167 episodes or whatever it may be, maybe we didn't find one example of something we saw that we thought we shouldn't mercilessly tear that person down for it. All right, but I thought that there was potential for that to happen, for us to arrive at a time in ourselves where we could mature enough to look at something and say, you know what, that was pretty cool, good for that person, and it happened. And I did not think it would have been the Architectural Digest video for John Legend and Chrissy Teigen's LA home. I didn't think it was going to be that. Listen, I guess I thought it'd be enjoyable. I put it in my watch later. I saw it. I wanted to watch it.
It's interesting you thought it'd be enjoyable though, because nothing about that was even remotely enticing to me.
Well, I saw Chrissy Teigen in the thumbnail, and I was like, you know what? I got 17 minutes to kill. Let me see what she's up to. All right, because at the very best case scenario, it's a great video. Worst case scenario, it's a terrible video. But I got to look at Chrissy Teigen for 17 minutes.
That's a good way of looking at things.
So I was pretty happy either way. But pleasantly surprised was I ever. And it turns out that John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are just a genuine, real couple. It was crazy. It was just down to earth people. It was crazy to see one of these videos where a couple who has kids, first off, acknowledges that they have kids. And they acknowledge it in a way unlike douchebag JJ Redick, who all he could muster up was saying, yeah, we got a chart over here for Lego toys. If the kids don't put their Legos away, they get them taken away. Yeah, this is over here. I can spend 10 minutes talking about my... talking about my coffee table full of coffee table books and how they're all open up to different photos and I change them every once in a while to surprise myself. But talking about my kids, that's a drag. I've got to talk about my awesome wine collection or my fucking, how I had Louis Vuitton make a custom wallpaper to match my wife's custom fucking purse.
What's worse though, that or the way Liev Schreiber's kids were just like props in the room?
I know, Liev Schreiber's kids were actually, I was talking about.
He was like, no, they love to play, I promise you. They do play, it's just they're not playing right now for some
they do love to
reason.
Play. But no, John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, it was amazing. Instead of seeing it where it's always extremes with Architectural Digest, right? There's no bipartisanship in Architectural Digest. It's either you see celebrities who have their kids be pawns, where look, they're smiling, they're happy, they're kids, I have a great life. I live a normal life, right? I have a very loving family, and everything else. Or it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum, and it's like, fuck out of the shot. Get out of the shot. Do not be in the shot, right? You see the kids walk around like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's one of those two, okay? And then now, fucking John Legend and Chrissy Teigen have joined the very exclusive club of now being the second members inducted of being people who go on AD and actually come across like parents. Who's first on the list? Who was the first person ever to accomplish that? Wiz Khalifa. All right, you go to Wiz Khalifa's house. It's a mess. There's toys everywhere, and he's like, "These are my son's toys." And like, he almost said it in a way where it's like, did the fucking producer off camera make some sort of a remark? You go, "Why is this place so sloppy? Did you know we were coming here?" And then you just see his response like, "My son's 6. Why would he clean up his toys for fucking AD?" And then the fact that too, he had the fucking he had his truck. Yep. And then he had the kid's version of the truck for he had a custom one for his son to drive. Yeah, is it the Hummer? Yeah. He had his ride, then his son's version of the ride. And then he was all like, here's my son's playroom. And then like the second floor up was his playroom. It was just all weed shit. All right? Yeah. Wiz Khalifa's the guy. All right? So now Wiz Khalifa,
and
John
he held
Legend.
That single spot in this category for like 10 years.
10 years. Until fucking, what was it, 9 hours ago that video went up? Let's fact check. So for 10 years, Wiz Khalifa was the only guy until 11 hours ago when AD uploaded inside John Legend and Chrissy Teigen's Serene family home. And honestly, it was pretty serene. Yeah, what a really beautiful home.
Yeah, really. What a fucking spectacular video.
Oh my God. And it's like, like I said, I already alluded to the fact for any of our keen listeners that I was very excited just to look at Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, you alluded.
All right. I mean, you may have caught that little hidden message in there. It was so subtle. It was very subtle. I was very excited to look at her, okay? Turns out, music to my ears as well, okay? Not only was she a sight for sore eyes, could she have said more right things in that video?
I don't think it would have been possible.
She's talking about like, oh my God, nothing I love more than cooking for people. That's awesome.
No, then it gets better. I'm notorious for my 4 to 5 hour meals.
She's really long. She's not some dumb bitch who walks around saying, oh, I love to cook for my man. She makes him fucking tacos. It's like, oh wow, you fucking put something in a taco shell? Wow, what a fucking chef I got. So how did I get so fortunate to be attached to the hip by you? I'll eat like a goddamn king. No, Chrissy Teigen says, John, you have an Oscar? You got a Grammy? You know what?
An Oscar too?
Yeah, for some
this
movie.
fucking guy's overachieving.
John Legend, I mean, you fucking think he set his face as an overachiever the second he got Chrissy Teigen, okay? But no, and then she says, then she has the fucking... honestly, the video should have been age restricted for how sexy it was when she said that she made fucking, for Thanksgiving, she made 18 side dishes. What the fuck?
I can't even fathom the idea of there being 18 side dishes.
I can't even count that high.
Yeah,
Where's that come from, dude? Thanksgiving, what? We get stuffing? And 17 more things? What do you mean? I still can't. I'm trying to think. Stuffing and corn and like fucking the sweet potatoes and marshmallows or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Yams and shit. You know what I mean?
And gravy. That's about it. There's 5.
She must have made like. She must be like, do you know what? You know what was she's probably just bragging. It probably wasn't even like 18. It was more like she's like, well, I made like garlic mashed potatoes and cheddar mashed potatoes and like regular mashed potatoes and then buttermilk mashed potatoes.
18 side dishes. No one's
are bigger than Annette's. All right. I don't know, but then on top of that too, it's like good looking house. The fucking their kids' rooms. It wasn't just like every other thing where it's like there's this one AD video of some jerk off. Fucking Hampton's cocksucker who was trying to sell his house and he was selling his house, and even though it's like you're probably selling this, I'm assuming because either maybe you're just bored of living in the Hamptons, but that doesn't sound accurate. It sounds more likely that you maybe can't afford this house. Maybe you should be a little less of a cocky son of a bitch. You're trying to sell it to me. But that guy's who can't shut the fuck about how Justin Bieber played it. He's like, this very piano, the Justin Bieber played it. It's like, bro, what, you invited a 16-year-old boy to your house to play a piano and you feel cool about that?
It's for my daughter's birthday.
They couldn't make it, unfortunately, so it's just me and Justin. It's just me and Justin.
Candlelit dinner, nice
in the
fresh
Hamptons where he had nowhere else to go.
That's true.
It was the implication.
What's that from?
It's always sunny. But no, fucking, they're always assholes like that. And that guy, remember that guy's room? That guy bragged about everything. He's like, you know, this is proof for anyone who wants to go find that video. Right here, you know, someone's a scumbag, piece of shit, no good, lying cocksucker. Okay. When they say that when they show you their fucking, when they show you their cinema in their house, and all the movie posters are on an angle. And when they have a landline on a table and the wires just haphazardly drop off the back and plugged in across the room, and when the TV mounted to the wall has the wire hanging beneath it, it's like, you're a millionaire!
This guy had a baseball field in his backyard.
I know.
But he couldn't tuck away some wires.
You're a millionaire! All right, you know what? I'm not a millionaire. You know what I refuse to have? Exposed wires. I'm a goddamn civil person.
No, once you become a millionaire, you realize there's no reason to waste your energy fretting over wires.
Yeah, all you have to do is... Yeah, well, there's not enough time to worry about wire management when you have to brag about how you had Justin Bieber come play a piano in your house. And it's like, also, I didn't realize you can brag about things you pay for. That's crazy. I guess that's just something I never thought of before. I thought when you brag about things, it's like, yeah, I fucked this super hot girl last night. That's so cool, bro. I paid her. That's a lot less cool, bro. That's a transactional thing. It wasn't an accomplishment. You had money and you spent money.
That's just a service rendered.
That's a service rendered. Exactly. Fucking if he said, yeah, I was just chilling with my homies and Bieber stopped by and did an impromptu show, I'm like, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. It's still kind of stupid because it's Justin Bieber, but that's kind of cool. But no, you obviously paid him probably $100,000. It's like, yeah, maybe I have a feeling that he's not going to turn that down your, company when it has the price tag of $100,000 accompanying it. You fucking personalist piece of shit.
And he kept saying how this closet is actually bigger than Kim Kardashian.
This is actually, oh my God, this closet is actually bigger than Kim Kardashian. It's like, yeah, well, your dick is smaller than her fucking pinky toe, okay? We get it. This is actually, and then also, not to mention that baseball field, overgrown grass.
And also, not regulation size.
The most offensive thing you can even have. Baseball fields are a beautiful thing, all right? If you're going to have the perfect upkeep to look like a baseball field, don't have one. All right? And also, based on looking at you, you're not an athlete.
And where's the scoreboard?
Where's the scoreboard?
Dugout?
Where's the dugout? All right? Where are the hot women? Okay? You're in this house alone. Maybe that's another thing too they should do when they're trying to sell these houses. Stop having some weird old creepy little ferret guy talk about his house he's selling, his memories about his family there. I don't care about that. Show me a bunch of hot women that I can fill this mansion with.
Where are they now? I killed them.
Probably they left him. They definitely left him. His wife left him, took the kids. He's hemorrhaging money. That's why he was selling it. But he still had to get in a couple humble brags about how Justin Bieber accompanied. He was his guest of honor.
Actually, it wasn't his daughter's birthday party. It was the day after his wife and kids left. And it was just him and Justin Bieber in the room
he
together.
hired him under the
And Justin Bieber
guise. It was under the guise of being his daughter's birthday party. Then he got there. He's like, so when's your dog gonna be here? He's like, yeah, she's not coming.
She's shy. She'll come out when she's ready. She
Yeah.
haven't played her favorite song yet. Play
And
Hold
then
the
he
Line.
comes out
for me.
like after like 3 or 4 hours, he panics, and then he decides he's like, God, Justin's catching on. It's getting really weird. He keeps declining all of my advances. So then he's like, you know what? And he comes back out there in one of the things his daughter left behind, wearing it, and he's like, "Hi, Justin." And it's just a really uncomfortable situation, and Bieber doesn't know what to do. He wants to get his money, so he has to play the show for a 55-year-old man pretending to be a 9-year-old girl. It's a horrific thing. It's why Bieber. It's
Hasn't
why
had a
Bieber
hit
is the
single
way
in
he
the
is.
last 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's why he went to the whole tattoo look and everything else. It just really broke him as a person. But back to Architectural Digest. Yeah, their kids' rooms, unlike that other guy. That was a bit of a tangent attacking that one guy from the Hamptons. I'll be honest, but he sent his video as well. Another thing to critique about him, which, like I said, who would have thought we'd be praising John Legend and Chrissy Teigen? Usually, it's more of what I just said a second ago.
We rip people apart so much that at this point, it almost feels uncomfortable to say something.
I know, it feels pretty silly.
Phony almost.
Feels
like
a
nothing we're saying is even-
little disingenuous.
Yeah, right. It's off-brand.
It's a little off-brand, but no, this fucking piece of shit in the Hamptons.
Thank you. Now things feel right.
He was talking about his kids' rooms, and he was like, "Yeah, this is the kids' rooms. It's custom room for these kids. I mean, look at this. Look at the bed. It's got a ladder to it.
Fucking sick.
It's got a ladder. Look at these little pods I have in the wall for only kids who are 3, 2, and under to sleep in."
Hey, what are you talking about? I thought we were back on John Legend's.
No.
kids' room.
I'm talking about that dumbass guy who was bragging about his kids' rooms.
I don't even
and
remember
then
that room, bro.
the Hamptons guy we were just talking about. You
I remember
dumb,
the closet,
dumb,
the baseball field, and the other thing you said before. I remember the kids' bedrooms.
Shut up.
You
Okay.
Shut up. All you do is talk.
AD. I will fucking knock you down. Okay. AD. All right, the John Legend and the Chrissy Teigen thing, those kids' rooms were the coolest thing of all time. All right, and honestly, I thought the first one was kind of cool. The one the girl had with the whole, their daughter had with the slide and the ball pit and everything. That was pretty fun. All right, and it was again super. It was like an actual genuine human moment when you saw it when they said she first run up the slide. I'm like, yep. When I was a kid,
And then AD
running up
caught her running
slides
up the
was way
slide.
cooler. I agree. That's such a totally it brought me back in time. Like, yeah, running up slides was the coolest. All right, it's like jumping down multiple steps at the same time.
Yep.
All right, super cool things to do. But then, it goes one up. It's like apparently they love their son a lot more. Okay, because that room was fucking awesome.
That room looks almost lame at first. So you realize there's like hidden corridors
No,
and shit.
he has a fucking like a dune buggy double bunk bed where it's like the car in the lower half, but then it's like they has the roof rack on tops where the other bed is, which is genius incorporation.
And
of
also,
design.
that kid doesn't have a brother sleeping there with him. So that means he's just ready to have sleepovers whenever he's fucking ready to have sleep. He's just ready to party all the time.
Dude, and not to mention, it's like when he gets a little older, right? He brings a girl over there. Dude, the role play is gonna be otherworldly. All right, they can think about the scenarios of being in the jungle and the forest and everything. It's like I got a dune buggy. They can do like some sick hostage exchange scenarios and everything else, dude. She's a fucking millionaire's daughter. It'd be the whole other thing, or he's a millionaire's son. It'd be a fucking ransom. That's the whole entire role play they get to do. It's fucking. It's a very creative environment for a young boy to be. He's gonna have a very very long time to think in there.
And the best part is the back bunker behind the. We didn't get to the best part.
It has hidden corridors in a bedroom.
It looks like It looks like a fucking army base bunker hidden behind his fucking bed. It's insane.
And then it's like they have a TV in every room. That's the thing that those actors always try to hide. They always try to pretend that there's these sophisticated people, when everyone knows that the true cultured folk of the world have anywhere from 8 to 9 to 10, 11, 12 TVs in their house.
How can you be cultured?
How can you be
You can't
cultured?
keep up with the culture if you don't have a TV.
Exactly. You gotta be always keeping up with it.
Gotta keep your finger on the pulse.
Keep your finger on the pulse. Keep your ear to the ground. All right? It's a lot easier to do that when you have a TV screen in every single room to distract yourself from your pitiful existence, okay?
How can you be up to date?
It's a lot easier to get lost in things that are meaningless when you have so much of a distraction from your own problems,
Exactly. Once you surrender the meaningless of everything.
And also, it's like this guy, John Legend, gets to be an award-winning musician and then marry a supermodel, and then he still gets to have the regular style of life of coming home and finding her having wine, watching Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, wait, why aren't you on one of those Real Housewives
First off,
shows? You're one of the Real Housewives.
You are one of the Real Housewives, and fucking actually apparently the coolest person ever.
Oh yeah, and you get even. Oh wait, well,
Why are you doing that shitty show with fucking Cool Kid James?
Cool Kid? Wait,
Ladies love Cool Man.
Wait, she's on
James?
NCIS with him?
No, she's on the fucking lip sync battle.
Oh yeah. Why is she doing that? Not Real Housewives of L.A. wherever they live.
Yeah, I know, dude. It made way more sense. I guess maybe because she's too young and hot. So like Kylie Richards and Kim Richards have like the whole lockdown stranglehold of the L.A. podcasting scene. I'm sorry, the L.A. housewife scene.
And all 3 architectural digests we watched of theirs because they did 3 of them.
They did do 3.
Their houses are awesome. They all have these cool personalities in each house.
It's not just some empty, everything's all white, modern, sleek. It feels like people live there. It's astonishing.
And I love how it's like so and so's artist designed this room, but it's not like this is a Louis Vuitton wallpaper.
Exactly.
It's like he designed the room.
Jake. I don't know who that is. He's a great worker.
But it's not even that. They say he designed the room, and it's like the room has shit painted on the walls. There's some like nice wood feature. Like it's not just some fucking pretentious. Here's a wallpaper from a bag I like every other artist does.
Exactly. It's not JJ Redick. Yeah.
But they got a guy who does architecture.
On on our 5th anniversary, I got our custom Louis Vuitton bag, and then when we moved here, I thought, you know what? She loves the bag. Why wouldn't I make that bag the bathroom?
She's just always getting these lemons. I don't know where they.
Oh my god, that's the funniest part of all of it.
I don't know
JJ Redick can't figure out how in the city that never sleeps his wife can obtain lemons. Like, I don't know how the fuck she does it.
Every time I come in this room and this bowl is full
of lemons. She just goes out there and I don't know where she's even going. It's like probably to, I don't know, the nearest bodega. Anywhere? He's like, I don't know how she does it. I can't wrap my head around it. Maybe he's too busy thinking about the fucking ways he can punish his kids for playing with Legos, you know? I both love and simultaneously hate JJ Redick with a fucking passion, all right? Because every once in a while he says something really cool and smart, like, yeah, JJ Redick's pretty slick.
They call him Slick JJ Redick.
And then he talks a little further, like, I fucking hate him, piece of shit. He should be the villain. He's a monster and everything else. And then again, you know, that AD video was just, and maybe if you were like a real sleuth and you were really paying attention earlier, you caught on the fact that in addition to like the whole amazing house and just good vibes and saying nice things and feeling lived in and real and genuine, did I also mention you may have caught on to the fact that Chrissy Teigen just looked like a complete smoke show on the thing?
Dude, I didn't even realize you were getting at that. You were so subtle about
I know,
that.
I kind of had it layered in there a little, you know, it was kind of like a hidden thing, you know, like turn to page 7.
We didn't even get to the best part when they get to their cinema room and John Legend's like, "Oh, we even got a nacho fucking machine back here."
And then she starts pulling out processed nacho cheese in a bag, and she does a fucking oh god, I wish I knew the guy. I can't remember the guy's name from fucking Spaceballs, the one who does all the impressions, all of the noises and everything. The one who's from Police Academy and does the video of him doing the Star Wars scenes himself.
You know the blips.
Yeah, that guy. All right, she did. I didn't know that she apparently must have like trained with him professionally, considering the way she did that nacho fucking fountain noise. The whole it was fucking phenomenal, man.
She's a woman of many talents, Alex.
Many talents. She wants to make 5-hour meals and cook for you. And then if you try to help, she's like, "Let me just do it."
And I've never heard anyone say that. I've heard some people say they love to cook. I've never heard anyone say, "I'm known for my 4 to 5 hour meals."
Every girl who's ever said they love to cook for me can cook less than I can cook, and you know I can cook not much at all. Okay,
I can cook a pretty good sandwich.
I cook really, doesn't really fall into the whole cooking aspect of it at all. That's called making a sandwich, maybe. Activity you get confused.
I do often get cook confused.
That's very interesting. But no, they're always douchey. They're always so douchey on AD, and like it's just honestly
they're always so douchey that you're refreshed when you find them not being.
I know
douchey. It's ridiculous.
I've seen 1,000 of them. We've now stumbled across 2 celebrities, all right? Because most of the time, I don't know if it's AD, maybe it's Vanity Fair, whichever one of them does that weird.
Same thing.
Yeah, they're all the same thing. All right, just like GQ, they're all the same thing. They're all the exact same thing. And also they always have the exact same actors on them because it's usually when they're promoting something, so it just becomes even more of like fucking oversaturation.
Yeah,
all right,
annoying.
But I digress. The actual point of that statement. I said that either Vanity Fair or AD or whichever one has. They also do that one segment where it's like asking. They go to the person's house, but it's not about the house. They just ask the person 100 questions or something like that, and they greet them at the door, and it's a POV as if it's a fucking porno, and it never gets to the porno part of it. So it's like, you know,
dude, that's what I thought AD was, and that was so not at all what you just described. So that's Vanity Fair.
I think it's Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair does that one. The only one I can think of as the example is the one with I think Emma Stone, and it's like Vanity Fair asks Emma Stone 100 questions, and it's some guy who I don't know what he looks like, but he sounds fat. He just sounds like he sounds just like a gross guy. He sounds like basically because you know maybe he's hot as fuck, but I'm just picturing him because every once in a while, you know, when you're watching a porno and it's like either it's a POV porno or it's like where it includes. You know, every once in a while it's like, wait, everyone just came, but now there's still 4 minutes left of the video, and then it cuts to the random behind the scenes action and them talking and having conversations. It's like, this is awkward and uncomfortable.
And the rest of the crew's just hanging out.
You know, the director always is like, oh, I'd love to fuck you myself and everything. He just gets very perverted. He's like, oh, great tits, right? And everything else. Then he always like, every once in a while he'll like reach his hand out and just like slap her ass, whatever. You say, like, oh, that guy's a fat fucking slob or no?
Yeah.
That's what this guy on Vanity Fair sounded like. it sounded like one of those guys. And I remember that Emma Stone one was so douchey because like it's always talking like knock knock, and they open the door like, oh hey, Vanity Fair.
Surprised.
And he's like, hey Emma Stone, how cool is it? How cool is Andrew Garfield and everything else? You know,
we just broke up.
Oh, well, interesting. You know what? Let's actually
cut half our questions.
No, let's just restart this thing because my next 17 questions were actually all about Andrew. So I'll go to 18, and hopefully by the time I get to 100, I come up with a few more. She's like, okay. So then they restart, and it's like knock knock, and he's like, hey Emma Stone, what's it like, being a blonde now? She's like, really, that's your question for me?
1 through 17, Andrew Garfield. 18, how do you like your new hair color?
But no, those things suck, and they're always so douchey. Like that one that they just walk. That one that they walk around her house, and it's like, sorry, give me a house tour. It's supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be your friend who just came over. And again, listen, I've watched some POV things before. When does it get to the fun part of the POV? Okay, this is what we call the skippable part.
I'm fast forwarding to the end here. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, now the video just ended, and you left the house.
What doesn't seem
right? What is this? What is this? What's this? Fucking.
What's that one called? Private Property or something? Or Property Seller or some shit?
Give me a little more.
There's one where the chick's always the real estate agent. She's like, okay, I really need to make a sale.
Oh,
here.
we're talking about porn still?
Yeah. What am I not?
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad, bro.
Doesn't matter. I lost my train of thought.
No, hold on. It's real. Hold on. What is? I watch it all the time. What is that called?
So do I. It's called something property.
Yeah. Listen,
like a real HGTV show.
It is pretty cool. It's actually pretty awesome. And also, what's nice to see too? It's nice to see these beautiful porn stars dressing in some nice business attire for once.
It is nice.
I like how they start off in the whole blazer, nice dress, button-up blouse, sexy skirt, heels. Very corporate professional. It's nice to see them that, hey, you know what? They're just like the real working women. All right.
9 to 5.
9 to 5, exactly.
Fuck yeah, my point was going to be, though, you skip ahead the first 18 minutes to get to the good part. You have to watch the whole.
And then it ends with the 5 minutes of the weird behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, you have to watch the whole. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Is this called property sex?
That might be it. Or maybe it's called sex property.
I think real estate's in there, but that's can't be, because real estate's just real estate.
Real estate, sex property, sex agent.
Yeah. I don't know, all those ones are the best when they try to pretend to think it's real. When they're like, damn, I guess girls in the Czech Republic are just super horny. It's like, no.
I'm always the that falls for it. I'm like, oh, God.
Damn, girls in Czech Republic are fucking hot, and they love to suck dick. It's like, yeah, that's so crazy that the first girl he found who he offered 5,000 crowns to, which is like $13 US. It's like, yeah, I'll fucking cheat on my husband and suck your dick in the back of this car. It's like, wow, girls in the Czech are just fucking total slags, man. They're loose.
They're so horny, dude. Nothing except
that one's pretty. Also, I love how it's always foreigners too. It's like, and every once in a while you get one that's an English speaker. Like, this is what I come in here to see. You get one girl who's like from America, who's like just happens to be visiting the Czech Republic, and because once you cross over into that territory, there's just something chemically that switches amongst women, and they just become fucking fuck bunnies.
Air quality.
It must be. Absolutely.
That or the water.
It's that and the disproportionate amount of what 18,000 crowns really sounds like compared to what it actually is. Same thing applies in Tijuana with the pesos. They're like, I'll give you 1 million pesos. Like, wow, I guess I should suck your dick for $1 million. He's like, fucking dumb bitch. And he runs away. And then the girl's left with, again, 1850 USD.
Just enough for the ticket fare.
Just enough for the ticket home. I don't know. But those are sick. Teigen's sick. That's pretty awesome. Another foreigners being like, I picked up a girl on the street, and she also wanted to suck my dick, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's the yeah, I don't know. I guess he killed himself. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You know that guy who cut me off the other day? Yeah, he killed himself. Weird, right? It's the same thing. Fucking it's just crazy. And you know what? Those guys too. You think someone in the game, in this long game of porn, at some point, someone will be like, these pornos, we need to start releasing pornos that actually have some flops, because it's starting to become a little incredible that all these guys, all right, I understand the pythons between their legs, but a lot of these guys can't talk to women and aren't very attractive, okay? So I find it hard to believe that their success rate for quarreling in these fucking, again, fuck bunnies is just 100%. I find it very hard to believe, all right? Start releasing some ones where it's like, fuck you, jerk off. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, why don't I find the next girl? Fuck, It's always just some girl who's like, hey, are you filming this? Okay. Yeah, I guess you can film it, sure. And then like, we're shooting a calendar shoot. Those things that only mechanics still buy. The thing that's not popular. No girl's like, I don't want to pose for a calendar anymore, but we're doing a calendar shoot. And then every once in a while it changes where it's like, we're actually filming a music video. you want to be in my music video? He's like, I actually work for the producer, and he just wants to see girls who are like, real fun and know how to party. So how would you show me you know how to party? Like, probably like this. And she's like, oh my God, do you mind if I suck it?
Oh, no, not at all.
No, let's go right. Do everything the producer would like. She's like, yeah, well, I want to make sure I get this job. He's like, I'll put in a good word for you. It's like, I'm hanging out on the wrong. I guess I gotta go to the Czech Republic or something. I don't know what to tell you. Or porn's lying, one or the other.
It's probably not that. There's a lot.
Probably
of
not that
there.
one. All right, it's
Can
one of the last honest
lying?
virtues we have. Exactly.
Yeah. They're all lying.
It's the fucking Can a billion people really be wrong? Okay.
Tell me something, Michael. Can a billion Chinese people be wrong? I don't like Chinese food.
What a good. Remember when Kiefer Sutherland was cool?
Michael.
Remember when Kiefer Sutherland was cool for like a minute?
Was that before?
It was actually
24?
exclusively during the Lost Boys filming.
Yeah, that one.
Because he wasn't cool in Stand By Me, and he wasn't cool in 24, and he certainly was not fucking cool at all in Designated Survivor. Don't you fucking try and say he was.
I was going to. It's good thing you stopped me.
And I can't imagine whatever that new show he has on Paramount Plus is. I can't imagine that's any cool
Rabbit
either.
Hole, I think.
Black Bunny, I thought it was called.
No, it's called
Rabbit Hole.
It's definitely not called Black Bunny.
I don't know. Rabbit Hole?
Yeah, it's definitely Rabbit Hole.
That actually sounds kind of hot.
Yeah, right?
You're telling me Paramount Plus has a show about Kiefer Sutherland fucking rabbits? What the fuck? That shit's crazy, man. That's why he's like, I'm stepping down as the American president so I can do a show about fucking rabbits.
I just got to do a project that really challenges me as an artist.
Yeah.
And just playing the president's not doing it for me. I gotta sink my teeth into something.
Since it's probably more likely for YouTube to be okay with the thumbnail being Architectural Digest related and not just me taking a screen grab from some property sex porno of a dick going into someone, it's probably against the guidelines. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to have to probably title this one and focus one more about the first half of the friendly Architectural Digest stuff. So let's say hypothetically this video pops off, right?
Yeah.
And let's say Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, since they have their many TVs in their house, they decide to look up. Maybe they only come out today. Maybe they haven't watched it. They're like, hey, let me look at that Architectural Digest thing about me. Uh-huh. They see our video.
And we're the next
blatantly plagiarized the thumbnail and just changed a few things. Like I guess those two guys were like, honey, were those the camera guys?
I mean, no, hold on, Chrissy. Last time we did this, there was a completely different format. They just changed the format.
Yeah, I guess
that last video was 3 minutes. This one's 17 minutes. It's a different format.
I'm talking about the thumbnail right now for the second. They haven't gotten to the video of us yet. So the thumbnail, they're like, who are those guys in the thumbnail with us? I'm like, I guess were those the camera guys?
I was on a whole different track.
Shocker.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Were those the camera guys? And like, I guess, maybe. I don't know, it's weird they're in the thumbnail. I don't know, let's just watch it. And then they watch it, they're like, well, they're being pretty complimentary at the moment right now, so I guess we should keep listening. It'd be rude to turn it off.
It's strange they aren't showing the house yet.
It's strange they're not showing the house. No, Robbie, they've stopped insulting their fucking intelligence that they can't realize this is not this. They're aware that our show is not the AD video,
they think we're the
but they're
producers.
being kind enough to listen to it because they're good people, and they're like, well, they're saying some nice things about us. Let's at least give them a minute of our time.
I'm sorry.
All right, just stop trying to be the funny guy, okay? It's not a good look on you.
This mustache is the last thing I got, okay, Alex?
This mustache is literally the last thing I have, all right? It's all I have. This is the only thing I have. This is the last thing, okay? I'm really freaking out here. But no, I was going to say, at what point do you think it was where they were sitting in that lovely couch? Maybe as John so eloquently put it, maybe the TV was pointed out towards the TV.
Because she's making
a 5-hour meal of 18 side dishes, right?
Finally not watching Bravo Housewives.
Exactly. She took a break from the Bravo Housewives, wanted to see the AD video, comes across our video. At what point into the part where we just start talking about, fucking and everything else, and he said, you know what? Let's not listen to this anymore. Because that first right 8 minutes, that may have been them saying, you know what, these guys are actually kind of nice. Maybe we'll even like the video. Maybe we'll even subscribe, right? And then they're like, all right, now he's getting a little hostile about this whole guy in the Hamptons. I mean, I haven't seen the video. Maybe I'll look it up. Maybe he's justified, but he's really freaking out this guy in the Hamptons. But, again, they were really nice in the first 5 minutes about us specifically, so we should do them the courtcy and just finish the episode.
And then, they came back and circled back and talked about us.
But then it changed, and they're like, okay, enough of the fucking talk, okay? And this is not, because, I feel like at some point when we mentioned, the fuck bunnies, that might have been a part in which they were like, you know what? Now that I think about the suits are pretty fucking weird.